What a beautiful, beautiful festival we've had in difficult circumstances, in a time in history that hopefully will never be repeated again. We close this session by thanking Cara and the Kerry Writers Museum, and also thanking our funders, the Department of Culture, Heritage and the Gaeltacht and Kerry County Council. So we're going to have a bit of an experiment now. And the experiment is this. I've opened the chat. So if you'd like to leave your impressions or comments, we'd love to have them. And we're going to keep them for posterity. So you can write a note in the little chat section now. But also, I'm going to unmute everybody. And if you could just put up your hand and come in and let's have a discussion about how this was, because there's never been a festival like it before. So this is a first. And I just want to know how it landed with you and did you enjoy it? So I'm going to unmute everybody. And I'm going to start the ball rolling by saying, I really enjoyed that last poem and that last story from Sharon, you know, so they kind of strolled into our virtual pub at the very end and look what they brought, you know, so look at the possibilities. Imagine if we had a virtual pub. So, Cara, what did you think?
Oh no, it was amazing. I'll be honest with you, Maria. Was it about 2 months ago I contacted you first? Yeah. And I said, I'm supposed to put on this festival, I'm not supposed to, but I'm trying to, I don't know what to do. And only for yourself and Lizzie there, who's someplace in the background, we wouldn't have been able to pull it off. So I just want to thank you so much, and for, you know, acting as Bananty for most of the sessions over the weekend, if not all of them, and all the audience and performers and everybody who came along. I really appreciate it, and I'm absolutely delighted. The reaction we're getting is amazing. Yeah, so brilliant. More to come, please God. It's given us ideas for future events outside of festivals and stuff. Just keep the community alive, I suppose, and keep us all connected.
That's it. And we were looking at some of the silver linings of having the festival this way. And one of the biggest ones was that we could connect St. John's in Newfoundland. And that was brought about by our beautiful Frances Kennedy, who turned up to the sessions. You see her in virtual Canada in St. John's. And she got chatting to them and brought them to the table. And look at the beautiful session we had yesterday. So did you enjoy that session? What did you think of that, Frances?
It was fabulous. And like the Newfoundland and Labrador, they're so like our own. Even the music they played, and like the jigs and reels that we have here. Like there's so many connections with Labrador and Newfoundland. And with the help of God, you'd never know, we might see Newfoundland and Labrador people over here. And sure, between the Corkland spinners and the Kerry crowd, we might all be going back across the water. To be lovely.
Absolutely, you know, and I suppose one of the things that has kept me going through COVID is the connection to Armstrong Trust up there in the north of Ireland, because they've been running beautiful events all the way through since St. Patrick's Day and since World Storytelling Day. And there might be a chance for us to even do some cross-border sessions with one another, as well as cross-country sessions. So that's a major silver lining. Are there any other silver linings to the online session?
Well, just being able to enjoy all of these storytellers during a time when we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. I was feeling so down, I didn't even know if I wanted to do this, because I was feeling unmotivated and just weary. Now I'm exhausted, but that's not the same as being weary. I'm getting too old for this stuff. But
you're never too old.
But it's just wonderful to hear storytellers from all over, and storytellers from around here that I haven't really made connections with yet. Absolutely. And I'm ready. You know, I haven't learned any new stories in a long time because I have nowhere to go and tell them. And so having getting connected with virtual storytelling groups would be wonderful.
Absolutely. And like there's a number of story groups that I can recommend. There's a beautiful one in England called Bards Aloud. And they're just such a gorgeous, warm community. And you just feel lovely when you go to their session. And they're in our timeline because I've also gone to ones in the middle of the night in America and Canada, you know. So so it's lovely to be able to draw together with one another. I noticed that there was some poetry and poems that have a COVID theme already coming out. So Frances sang one there, which was brilliant, you know. And then there was some beautiful older memories as well. Michelle had some of those, you know, kind of remembering in times past how people took comfort from lighting the candle. And I've taken to light my candle again. My candle is constantly lit right now, you know. So, and then the beautiful old story of the shaft of sunlight going through the tear. What an image for our time, you know. It's amazing. Yeah, stunning. Absolutely. So, Dominic, I haven't seen you in a while, and it's lovely to see.
I know. It's, I really just wanted to say, I'm doing this on a phone and I'm technically challenged, so I don't know how to type comments on it. But yeah, it was a lovely session, and I'm sorry that I missed the start of it, but I really enjoyed what I heard. It was absolutely brilliant. I think these things are great, and I mean, always to look on, I try as much as possible to look on the bright side. And when you have a virtual session, the beer is cheaper, you know. Let's be honest. If you can, yeah, that's about as positive as I can manage. Yeah. No, it's great for people. And it's great to keep in touch. And it's lovely to see Michelle there and doing stuff. Really missed meeting all the normal Listowel people this year in you know, in May, June time. And it seems really strange not to have met them. It really actually feels like something is missing from your life.
Yeah, just the Dominic. Yeah.
Whole balls of energy.
Yeah,
definitely. And I'm really looking forward to getting back to being eyeball to eyeball, heart to heart, belly to belly with the lovely people again. But in the meantime, I haven't seen Dominic in ages, and this allows me to do that, you know.
Yeah,
And,
it's great.
you know, I haven't sat beside Niall since last year, you know, and this allows me to do that, you know, and to make contact again. I've actually made a new friend in Godfrey. So there,
Hey!
So it's
Now, I told you you'd enjoy Godfrey the first time.
Yes, you did, Frances, and you were right. You know, so yeah, kindred spirits, definitely. You know.
Marie.
Yeah, Neil.
I could just say to Dominic Bennett, tomorrow will be the first day he won't have a hangover after meeting me.
Listen, that could be a remedy, yes, because we're learning new ways of being together, you know. There could be
Yeah, well, my heart might be sore about missing the stole, but my liver is greatly relieved. So
there's a poem in that. There's a COVID poem in that. That's a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know. So what we've noticed, in the beginning, we were going to not do this bit, the chat. That's why I called it the Great Experiment. But as we went through the weekend, people, well, first of all, I wanted contact because I miss an audience, you know, and I miss the contact. That's what I miss. It's not about an audience as such, it's about community. And when we had the first one, we said, this is lovely. And Zoom has come on. And now even if we talk across one another, it can still be heard. It can still be recorded for the future, you know. So now the possibility has even gotten a small bit better, you know. So in every session that we've had over the weekend, we've had a bit of a chat like this at the end of it. We've had the comments. And as far as I know, nobody else has done that. So the Kerry Writers Museum has a real thumbprint on history with the beautiful, beautiful festival that we've had. But it also has an opportunity. There's Dominic Bennett. who it comes down every year. And now we've a chance to virtually go to his session, which is a beautiful session in the north. So invite us back, Dominic.
Oh yeah, I mean,
into the
we would,
cyberspace.
absolutely, absolutely. But you know, I do think it is something, maybe a lesson for us all, that when this is over, maybe some of the stuff that we've taken for granted, maybe make more of an effort to maybe get some of you guys up to our sessions and us to come down to yours, and to try and
Definitely.
cross-pollinate, shall we say? I sound like I've been a consultant or something talking like
Yeah.
that, but it would be really good for people to come up here and for us to get.
Yeah.
Well, I go down anyway, whether it's like it or not. So, but you know,
Yeah.
for just to get people at sessions and to get just to keep it going, because it is like a small community and it's got a lot going for it.
And a heart-filled
As soon as we
community.
got normality,
Yeah.
and as soon as we get normality, I think we have to make the most of it.
Yeah.
So I
And
think
support your festivals and support the arts community,
absolutely,
because they're
And
suffering.
the other thing there to say, Marie, we have a monthly Rambling House session here in the museum, and we've some fabulous performers coming to it, including Liam there, but a lot of them aren't online, they're not on Zoom. They would have loved this weekend, so that may be another project we'll take on and try and connect them up with us and get them to enjoy these events when they can't. Most of them are probably cocooning, is the horrible expression, but anyway. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so it'd be great to.
And there's beautiful, like I remember when I was in my early drama therapy days, we had this Silver Surfer thing going on. So a transition year at school said they'd go and train people, you know, who'd never had technology in the ways of technology. And I said, but what are you going to ask from them? And they said, sure, nothing, you know. And I said, well, then that's a one-sided bargain. And they said, what do you mean by that? And I said, what do you want to know? And they said, oh, I suppose we'd like to know what it was like to be a teenager in the 1950s. And out of that came the most beautiful project, because, you know, kind of they did show the older people how to, and it was a very successful Silver Surfer program. But out of that, they also learned the wisdoms of yesteryear, and they lived the life of for a week of a teenager of the 1950s. And the interesting thing was they preferred it to the 20th century, because there was a slower pace of life. People were kinder to one another. They found themselves being kinder when the screens were taken away, you know. So, you know, so maybe there's a chance to do a project like that, Cara. But also there's a great chance to pair up. Hiya, Sheila. Sheila's chatting at the door. So, but there's a great chance to pair up with the likes of the Cork Yarn Spinners, the Tullycarnet Yarn Spinners, Dominic's group. What's your group called again, Dominic?
I don't think we ever had a name. We met in the Crown and Shamrock pub, so I suppose we were the Crown and Shamrock session. So that was it.
Covers all angles.
Yeah, you know. So like there's new opportunities, you know, right now. And I know that in speaking to a lot of storytellers, they were completely anti-tech before March. And then suddenly they became genius at the likes of Zoom, even down to the phone. You know? So in a way, it has given us things and taken a lot, but it has given us things as well. So if we can look at those silver linings and use our heart and spirit to bring our community closer, wouldn't that be a great thing? You know?
Yeah.
So listen, I've had a great time. Cara, thank you.
We'll be in touch.
Listen, will you please ask me back when it's real life, when I can stand?
Yes.
Please do. I'd love that. You know.
We will demand for you to come back.
Oh, thank you, Godfrey. Brilliant. So I look forward to meeting you all again. You know, a huge shout out to your neighbour, Finuiga. I missed them this year, you know, and what they mean to the storytellers and the singer-songwriters of Ireland, you know. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to give the last word to Cara. So,
Oh God.
Cara,
Well, look, just to finish up the weekend, I just want to thank again everyone who attended. It's been more than what we expected. The audiences have been brilliant. And yeah, that's it really. Just we hope to see you again soon, please God. And, you know, it's given us inspiration to do a load more things. So yeah, thank you all very much. And I was going to say safe home, but that doesn't mean
Safe down the stairs.
safe down. Exactly, Godfrey. Yeah.
oh, and all of this is going to be up on
Oh, that's
the
right. Yes. Yeah,
You-
yeah, sorry, should have said that. Yes, as you know, Maria's been recording there all weekend, so I've started already, but we'll get it up in the next few days, all the sessions, so you can look back, and if any of your friends or family missed it, you can link them. We'll post it to our Facebook page as well, the links. So yeah, thanks a million, everyone.
Does it have to end now?
Godfrey. Lizzie, thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye
Thank you
now.
so much.
Take care.
Bye from